Alright, so right now what I'm doing, I had taken some lemon yellow and put some red in there, and you can see it kind of gives you an orangey tint to it. And that's fine if you want something orange, but let's say you were looking to do a little bit of darker colors like a purple. So I've dropped some purple in there, and maybe you can see over here how dark this gets the more that you blend into the yellow. That's one way of making darks with your watercolor, with just using 3 colors. Right now, make sure my brush is clean. Here's some cadmium yellow, and I'm putting some water down here, and then we have some alizarin crimson. Make sure I use enough paint so you can see. And then we put some more water here. Let me move this over a little bit for you. And this is ultramarine blue. And these are the 3 primaries that I'm working with right now. I always have tissues because I constantly wipe my brushes and clean them. But you've got lemon yellow, alizarin crimson, and ultramarine blue. And you can see how these colors are starting to blend with each other. There's enough water on the paper, and it gives you an idea of how you can make purple from the red and orange or a warmer red by mixing the yellow. Now if you take all 3 colors, we'll put some yellow down first, nice round yellow, and then we'll take some alizarin crimson in here, nice warm red with that. But what happens when we go ahead and we throw in blue? First it looks like it's going to be a purple, and it's kind of a dark purple, almost a brown. And that's how you can mix darks, very darks, by just using your 3 primary colors. You can make them less intense by adding more water. You can make them more intense, obviously, by less water and more paint, like I'm doing right now. That looks a little bit of purple, but then when you add some yellow to it, that's almost like a pea green. If you were doing trees, dark shadows in shrubbery, you would have that. And that gives you an idea of how to mix these colors. If you take yellow and blue, speaking of trees, and you need green to do a tree, yellow and blue will always make you a nice green. So that's just a little primer on mixing colors using 3 primaries, which are yellow, red, and blue. In this case, alizarin crimson. That is a cadmium yellow lemon, and there's an ultramarine there. You can do some interesting shadow effects by just letting it mingle on paper, and you can use the same 3 colors to do very dark, moody grays, kind of I call it a beautiful mud, and you can extend that to cleaner washes but still a good darker watercolor. Use it as a wash to create depth. And you can also, if you're doing trees, you can take the yellow and mix it with the blue, and it always gives you a very nice green. So that's it for mixing 3 primaries. You can practice, this is kind of fun, you can just practice mixing these colors, doing abstracts. This looks like it would be a wonderful abstract right here if it were on a bigger piece of paper, or just something very simple like this, just to get a hang of what it's like to mix the colors. I hope you have a very successful and creative day, and above all, keep practicing.